Okay, hi, my name is Patrick, and this is my daughter Kira, and we're going to show you how to safely start a fire in the Vermont Castings wood stove of ours. This is an Intrepid II catalytic wood stove. And so before you start the fire, you just want to make sure everything that's combustible is a safe distance from the fire. You don't want to have anything too close. The other thing you want to do is make sure that the catalyst is off, which is in the down position, this knob right here, and you want to open up the damper all the way to the left. And then if you see there's a lot of coals ash rather, you want to empty that out and into the ash bucket. So go ahead here, take some ashes out. So you always want to put the ashes into the metal ash bucket because there could be some hot coals in it still, and if you put that in the trash, that would be dangerous, could probably start a fire. And so you always want to empty the coals into that ash bucket. And if there's a lot of coals, I would even put the ash bucket outside after you empty the ash. That's good. All right. So now we're ready to start the fire. So go ahead, Kira, we're going to put some crumpled up newspaper in there. And then you want to grab 3 or 4 pieces of chopped up, this is kindling wood, 2x4s. This is in the back of the kitchen. There's a box that you can get some of this. You just put that on top. If you can get any little pieces of wood off of any of the other pieces, this is oftentimes very helpful as well. All right, okay, and then where are they? Use this lighter. Just gonna go ahead and light the fire, and so the kindling takes a few minutes to catch. You might need to blow on the fire a bit to really make sure that the kindling catches before you start adding any other wood. If you have a really small piece like this, you could add that as well. But you don't want to add the big stuff until the kindling really catches. Okay, so we've been waiting a while. The kindling's kind of catching. You might need to blow on it. Make sure. It's good and caught. Now, one thing, if you're starting this and you see a lot of smoke coming out, you probably forgot to put the catalyst off. So remember, it has to be in the down position. If this is in the up position, you'll see lots of smoke coming out into the house. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is add a couple of, if you can find them, smaller pieces to this, and then you gotta wait a bunch. Don't overpack it. Make sure it has air, and then go ahead and blow here. And then you want to let those pieces catch, and then you're going to close this door, and there's a handle. This handle usually kind of gets stored right there, or just keep it down towards the bottom here. Just close this with this, and then this can get really hot, and but you just kind of put this handle in there and then turn it and crank it, and that locks it into place. So now we're going to wait a little bit longer to let those first 2 pieces catch. The stove is a catalytic converter, and catalyst stove rather, and it what happens is the catalyst will fully combust the particulate matter, the smoke, but the stove has to heat up to about 500 degrees before you can do that. So there's a little thermostat right here on the surface, and as the surface warms up, you can read it. And so once it's around 500 degrees, 550, that's the next step. Okay, so now the wood that we added has really started to catch, and the stove is up to about 300 degrees, but still not ready to put the catalyst on. So now we're going to add a couple more pieces. You can add them through the top, so go ahead, Kira. That's all right. Alright. Good. We'll do one more. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to let those two pieces catch, and we'll probably have to wait another 10 or 15 minutes. I'm just going to check this in about 10 or 15 minutes to the thermostat to see if it gets up to 500, 550, somewhere around there. Okay? Okay, now the fire is really roaring, and I look at the thermometer up here, and it says that it is like 520, 530 degrees. So I can go ahead and turn the catalyst on. So you grab this handle over here on the side and just bring it forward until it locks into place. So now all the exhaust gases are going through the catalyst, and it's a cleaner burn. So the only other thing to watch now is if the thermometer gets up into the red zone, you definitely want to back off the air a little bit. So just close that, and you can do that a little bit anyway. Maybe more like in the middle right there. If it gets to the point where you want to add wood, just a tip: you want to turn the catalyst off before you add more wood, and just feed it through the top here. The reason you want to do that is if you open the top with the catalyst on, you'll see a bunch of smoke come into the room. So turn it off, add the wood, and then you can put it back on. Okay, and then I think that's it. I mean, if you want, you can heat up some tea water on the stove. You can even do a little cooking, and yeah, enjoy it. Yeah.